Welcome in, everyone, to Spiritual Roots Podcast with me, Misty, where we talk about life, the magical, mundane, and everything in between. Today, I am welcoming in Emma Griffin. I'm so excited to have her on. I really can't wait to get into our conversation today. A little bit about Emma. Emma's work teaches us how to live back in alignment by reconnecting with ancient wisdoms from our ancestors. Rooted in the interconnectedness of the natural world and our inner selves, her teachings aim to rekindle our innate wisdom and purpose. Globally recognized for her profound understanding of witchcraft, seasonal living, and her intuitive abilities. Emma empowers women from diverse backgrounds to realign them with their inner truth, power, authenticity, and purpose. Through a blend of witchcraft, nature, spiritual teachings, and her transformative mentorship, Emma empowers women to transcend doubts, fears, and self-sabotage, leading them to embrace a more enchanting life. Thank you so much for coming on, Emma. Thank you.
Thank you for asking me. It's a real pleasure.
Yes. So I wanted to have you on for a little while now. I started this podcast last fall. And I've heard you on other podcasts. I have your books. I have your Oracle deck, which I just purchased. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm so happy that you created that. It really is. It's magic.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. So Emma is an author, as you probably just heard me say. She is a witch. She lives in England, in Cornwall, correct?
Yes, that's
yes. Right. Oh, so magical there. I've seen beautiful pictures. I love all your pictures that you post. And the pictures in your book from Find Your Soul Path, they're stunning. So lovely. So I'm going to get right into some questions. What spiritual roots brought you to where you are now as a witch, the life that you live, the life that you have, that you lead?
Well, I was brought up by a witch. My mum was a witch. So my mum was a witch, and my dad, sort of, when I was about a teenager, late teens, he started doing platform mediumship. Mm-hmm. And they would have like spiritual circles with their friends at home and stuff like that. And so I thought it was all normal. And I've been talking to the dead since I was 4, because my mum and dad never said it was wrong. And it wasn't till really when I met my husband's parents. Mm-hmm. I've been with my husband since I was 17, and I was like, oh, okay. My parents are a little bit different, in a good way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, then as I sort of was growing up and I had children, I was getting judged about my values or what I believed in. So I started to hide myself, as we do, as we're trying to find our feet and, being women and trying to just blend in with everybody. And I became ill and I started a photography business. So I ran that for about 13 years, and I was giving models like crystals, and I was reading them, but they didn't know what I was doing, and I kept everything really, really quiet. I just thought I was really wise. And then my dad passed away in 2019, and then my mum passed over in 2020, and I cared for her last 8 days. And I put on her pentagram, which I wear all the time. And from there, I just started sharing my sort of beliefs and what I did in my personal life and how I've been brought up. And I didn't really think anybody would be that interested at all. Mm-hmm. But I panicked because I thought I was going to lose my photography business, because so many people from that industry, who I've worked with for a long time, they said they can't be associated with me anymore because I was too woo-woo, or I was too weird, and I'm talking about, nature or the moon and spirit world, and they're all like freaking out about it. So I was a bit stressed. I had a lot of wobbles there, but I thought, no, I'm going to just carry on because this is who I am. And it just literally exploded. So it's now my full-time job. Which I never set out to have this, and I never thought I would ever become an author because I'm very dyslexic, but this brought me a wonderful community and so many beautiful opportunities.
And I bet that was very freeing when you were like, I'm dropping that veil of hiding behind something and just being
terrifying.
out. Yeah, I bet. Especially in the industry that you were in and the level that you were at. I'm sure it was very terrifying.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
That's so beautiful. And does your whole family, I know that your daughter's in your book. I've seen the pictures and she's, your whole family is on your Instagram. Do they all practice spiritually?
Well, my husband sort of know me through all about this. So he's always done a few rituals. Like he'll celebrate Sabbath with me. He might do a full moon ritual with me. My son, he doesn't live at home. So my son will do Samhain. He'll do Yule. Yeah, he'll do that. And he's quite cool. So yeah. And I remember like asking him as it was sort of doing more podcasts and more book stuff. I was like, are you okay that I'm saying that I'm a witch and it's out there? And he was like, Mum, I absolutely love it. It's fine. So he was completely fine. And then my daughter around 2021, I think she was seeing it as it was safe because how I was sort of being shown, and I was obviously mirroring to her that actually it is safe because my mum always said, don't share that we're witches, don't, and because of judgment. So my daughter just literally asked me one day, can you initiate me? And so I could,
That's beautiful. I don't think I've heard that part before. That's
so
wonderful.
So she did it with a couple of my friends, a couple of her friends. So I initiated them together. So
That's
she's
wonderful.
a sea witch. So.
I love that. Does she live in Cornwall too, where you all are next to the ocean? Oh, that's wonderful. That's so beautiful. I lived by the sea for a little while. It's such a magical energy to live next to the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Especially in a place where you live. I'm sure it's. Oh, I can't even imagine. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. She's always in the water, always swimming in the sea all year round.
Oh, even in the winter time?
Yeah. I know. I don't go in the water. I might just like paddle, but I'm not like Holly at all.
She's really drawn.
Forest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I love that.
Yeah.
I see that they're scattered through your oracle deck too. I love that little touch of you in there. Yeah. So wonderful.
My daughter, she's like, can I put her in? I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then she put me in. And then she put my husband. I was like, I have to have my son in there as well. So yeah,
is he in there? I haven't seen him yet.
He's behind my husband.
Okay, all right. I'll have to check. I did notice that the three of you were in there. I didn't notice your son. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that so
there.
much.
And my mum's actually on the card that has me on it. My mum's actually represented as a spirit guide behind me.
I did see. Yes,
Yeah.
Beautiful. Really, truly beautiful. I love them so much. I just started working with them. And I'll post them in the show notes too for people to take a peek. Yeah. So with that being said, so you're a magical family. I adore that so much because, a lot of folks who don't practice or do practice, don't have that support all the time.
Right.
So that's truly that's a blessing to you. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So when you came out, when you just said, "Hey, this is me. I'm out and about," and you said, "I own it now." What were some obstacles that maybe you had run into that were unexpected, good or bad? Maybe some things that were happy accidents, let's say, that were unexpected.
Yeah, that's a good question. I expected, to be honest, lots of bad things, but within the last 5-6 years, I've probably had 2 people message me saying I'm obviously going to go to hell or I must kill birds.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, okay, so my Instagram must show that. I'm like, okay. And that's the only thing I've had. But, I had some wonderful, wonderful responses and messages. And I've had people, I didn't expect it would inspire other people to even look at the path. And I've had lots of happy tears and lots of like being in the garden, just sort of like anchoring into myself, giving myself a hug because it sometimes could be quite overwhelming, some of the messages that I get. So I never expected that. The love and kindness from my community is just, yeah, it's been amazing. So that's probably the biggest thing.
I think when you radiate that type of energy, it comes back to you, you know?
Yeah.
You guys can't see Emma, but she is like lit up in very warm colors and it's very inviting. It's beautiful. So I think you're lucky that you only got the two people. I mean, everybody else just sees your true genuineness, your authenticity, and your kindness that shines through. And I think
I had I think it was a plumber or electrician, and they wanted to come into this room, and this room is where obviously I hold space, globally on my Zoom for clients, but I also have my altar and cauldron set up, and it's very witchy. I know you can't see it, it's very witchy. And he came in, and he sort of looked around, and he said, "So what do? You work from home. What do you do?" And I said, "Well, I'm a witch." And he laughed, and then he said, "No, seriously, what do you do for a job?" I said, "I am a full-time witch. I help people." And he was like, "Oh," and then he did like some, just some jokes, and he said, "I thought they would be green," or he said, "You don't look like a witch." And I thought, well, what does a witch look like?
Right.
Yeah. And then he became really interested.
Did he?
He wanted to see all my dried herbs. He wanted to understand about the elements or asked me what I believed in and things like that. So it was quite fascinating.
That's very fascinating. What a wonderful experience. That he was a little
he was like, "Oh,"
off guard a little bit, and then he warmed up to it and was willing to learn something new. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so interesting. Oh my goodness. What are some books that inspired you? On your path when you really started to get into where you are? Were there any particular authors or a book that sticks with you the most? Because I'm a big learner. I love reading.
Love reading. Well, because I'm so dyslexic, I actually haven't read very many books. But when I knew I wanted to become a witch, and obviously my mum never pushed me to become a witch, and I didn't really want to do anything like her path. And I went to a London spiritual fair with my husband, and he was my boyfriend at the time. And they said if I stayed with him, I wouldn't be able to have children. So when I had a tarot reading, which, and that really just literally destroyed me. And because I knew I wanted to have children, I was very broody as a 20-year-old. I was focused on I want to be a mum one day. And so I went to my mum's sort of art room that she had, and I stole some of her witchcraft books and went home, and I initiated myself, and I wanted to learn it through this certain book, and it was called the Witch Bible. It's a black.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I set up in a very Wiccan way, and I had a tablecloth, and I had the chalice and all of that. And then as I was doing that, it didn't really feel that aligned to me because it had very much rules. And then over the years I've become more eclectic, and then another book that really sort of made me think was everyone's read it was The Secret. That sort of made me sort of look about about spirituality and thoughts and frequencies and stuff, and my dad taught me how to meditate and stuff, so that bit was really important, but I didn't believe in the having to be positive all the time.
Yeah.
Because I like the darkness as well as the light. So I'm like, that we have to have this perfect balance. So that never sat right with me. But I think those are probably the two books that really made me sort of actually read them. But yeah.
There's always those books that really draw you in and stick with you, I think. I recently started to read Drawing Down the Moon. Wow. I am not Wiccan. I'm similar to you as I'm very eclectic. I'm very nature-based. I like to just be outside and do my own thing. I also don't appreciate rules that much. I guess I can appreciate them. I just don't like to follow them, let's say.
Yeah.
I don't like a regiment necessarily. No. But that's a very interesting book. If anyone's into listening, I'm listening to it because I drive very far to work every day, 5 days a week.
Good idea.
Yeah. And I've I've been able to get in some books that way too, but I'm always thirsty for knowledge and learning. Even if I don't use what's in those books, similar to you, then you can start to get a base,
Yeah, it has to resonate with you.
Absolutely.
Each book is different, each author's different.
Yeah.
So I always say to people, just make notes of what resonates to you, because witchcraft is a personal journey.
Absolutely.
Personal practice. So
yeah. Absolutely. If you choose to follow the rules, if you like the regiment, do it. If you don't, on your way. I know that you hold sister circles. Could you speak about that a little bit, if you don't mind? Because I love sister circles. I think they're very empowering. They can be very emotional. They can be very cathartic. And I have a group with one of my friends that she had started. It's going to be almost 2 years now she started it, and we do it once a month. And I just find that it's just a wonderful way to meet other women and talk about how we actually feel without feeling judged. And I just love that idea so much, and I know that you also hold them.
I think it's after lockdown I craved to be with people. So I just sort of put out like a little advert to see if anyone would like to come, and we held them in the woods, and I think about 20 women turned up.
Oh wow, that's a good crowd.
It's a good number and stuff.
It is, absolutely.
Some of them I knew, some of them I didn't know. And what's been lovely about the sister circles that I hold is they're all different ages. Yeah. And you can sit in a circle of women, and like my daughter is 26, and she can give wisdom and guidance to a woman who's 62. Oh. And I absolutely love that. And then, vice versa. And they're all holding space and sharing things, and a woman turns up and they're terrified because they don't know anyone, and they're worried about judgment, and they're scared of what it might be. Are we going to run around naked? Are we going to sing and chant? And I'm like, no.
That's not what we're doing. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's just been really intimate. It's always just lovely. It's really, really nice, and I love seeing that. And I think, as the world is getting more scary, I definitely think, women need this. We really do. We really do. I remember even like a couple of weeks ago, I was invited to go and meet some women who are older than me with my daughter. They asked me, my daughter knew one of them. I didn't know any of them. And we just spent the whole day talking about life. And it was so beautiful.
Isn't it magical when we can all get together like that? Like I crave that now.
You learn so much.
You do. You really do.
Yeah, yes. And I literally put on my story today on Instagram that, I would love to not just, circle is like 1 to 2 hours. I would love a whole, a couple of days where you just talk all day and all evening and unpack and have fun and learn things and storytelling. And it would just be, that's going to be such a wonderful medicine to have and to witness. Yeah.
Absolutely. They are such powerful women in general. In my 20s, I partied a lot, so I held a lot of masculine energy, because I just wanted to go hang out and do the things. Yeah. And now that I'm in my 40s, I really appreciate that feminine energy so much. And now it's, like you said, it's medicine.
It is medicine, and it inspires you, it uplifts you, and it gives you that extra support.
Yes.
You can rely on each other and, ring them up or...
Right. Check in.
Check in.
Haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is. And making those connections and learning about, at one of our circles, we had a doctor. She was a doctor. If you were to look at her, and not to be judgmental, if you were to look at her, you would not know, you would not think that she was a doctor. And I found that amazing that she was this magical little petite woman, and she had these big goals with her and her fiance to move away and make this amazing garden situation happen. And it was wonderful to have her as one of the speakers because it was very inspiring. Yeah. And it's amazing to me where women come from like careers, their backgrounds, and we all convene and talk and find out that how much we do really have in common, like our fears, our strengths.
I have a cord in the middle, and I ask them to let go of what no longer serves them. And when I ask them to, obviously it stays in the circle, but
Right.
I ask them to actually state out loud and let the sisterhood hold them and witness that.
Yeah.
And they're all sharing the same things.
Yes. Isn't that mind-blowing?
Yeah.
You know, like, it's, I just love it so much. I can't say it enough. It really is such a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I really look forward to it every month. Ours is next Sunday. They're held on Sundays, and they're just so amazing.
Yeah.
I wish more women would come, but they will.
Yeah.
They will.
They will. And he's becoming more popular. I think every village will have a women's circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you also have your YouTube channel, too. I forget what your series was. It was Healing the Witch Wound, correct? On YouTube? Yeah, you had some great guests on there.
Yeah.
Are you still doing it? I've kind of lost it a little bit on that.
I stopped it for a while just because of the Oracle deck coming out and stuff like that. This year I'm probably going to be starting up some more little series and things like
good.
that.
Perfect.
Yeah, as I come out of the winter cave.
Yes.
I'm still in the winter cave right now.
Yeah, wintering. It's something I've learned to do.
Yeah, so
it's very hard.
Ideas. So maybe spring I'll probably start, putting some things out there.
Perfect, yes. I really loved those interviews. They were really good.
Thank you.
I forget what her name was, the woman who had gone overseas and she had talked about the difference in the foods, about how here in America our foods are pretty much crap. But I found that very interesting when she went over. I don't remember if she visited or she moved for a little while, but I found it interesting, and I was so grateful to have her tell her story like that, because she was like, I detoxed from the foods from over there, and I just found that very interesting, and I wouldn't have known about her if you hadn't had your series, so I thought that was beautiful, too. I know.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we talked about sister circles. We talked about your book. We talked about YouTube. You're a busy, busy woman, Emma. I don't know how you do it all.
Well, I actually only work 2 weeks of a month.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I work with the moon, so it's been a revelation. I did this about a year and a half ago because my main offering is called a guidance medicine reading, and I was holding space for this for globally across Zoom. Yeah. And, one person would log on with me and be really sort of like celebrational and really excited. But then the next person would be, in grief from childbirth. So it was like a roller coaster of emotions for me to actually hold space for these women. So I thought, right, I need to have some kind of energetically something to hold me.
Yeah.
Women, we work with cycles, and I work with the seasons and the elements and stuff. So I thought, right, I'll work with the moon. So when the new moon happens, I hold space for 2 weeks. And then as soon as the full moon comes in, I have a week to step back and reflect and rest and receive guidance for myself. And I make content, I do interviews, and then obviously the last week before the moon, I write.
What smart.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you really do have it. Yeah, that is great.
It's great.
Wow.
Now everyone knows when I'm online. Everyone knows when I'm available.
We all know now. Oh, my word. Can you talk about the work that you do a little bit, working with your clients, what type of work that you offer?
Yeah, I call it guidance medicine reading. It's taken me a long time to actually work out what it is, but I don't use any cards or anything like that. But my sort of psychic or mediumship trigger, my little button, is when someone asks me a question. Mm-hmm. So that can be on the TV as well. So if Tom Cruise asks a question, I start going. So it's quite, I've always done that. I'm like,
really?
I'm channeling into, and I can't stop.
Oh, no. I bet that could be a bit overwhelming sometimes.
Yes, yes. Hence why I have to have the 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off kind of thing. But
Got you.
I help women mainly sort of find their purpose in life, or where they feel that they're stuck normally when they come to me, in relationships, career, or motherhood, or grief as well.
Yeah.
And I basically connect to their spiritual team of their spirit guides, their spiritual beings around their loved ones, and also my spiritual team, and we sort of merge together, and I just receive information, movies in my mind, and I just relay it to them all the time. That's basically what I do.
I love that. And then they can take it and work with it how they would like, and work it into their own lives and their practices.
Yeah, it's been incredible. It's been absolutely amazing, especially when I have messages from women that have done what I've, the medicine part, when they've done, sometimes their spiritual team will give me like homework for them, and they'll do it and they're literally transformed. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What would be, if you're willing to share, what would be an example of homework? Like, do you, journal 5 times this week? I don't mean to be generic, but...
Yeah. Actually having some time for themselves. Last week, as somebody, they didn't have any time for themselves. They were a busy mum and things like that. And I just said, look, you can always have a cup of tea around your child. So just drop in, connect, bring yourself into your soul space and listen and receive. And that has brought her so much.
Even just that small act.
Small little act.
That's all we have to do sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's hard.
Normally their team will probably get lots of people that I have to tell them to go through the fear path. So, people know I'm quite tough. I'm a bit of a nag. So I'm like,
are you?
Options. You've got this path or this path, and I can kind of see what's on both paths. And I'm like, have to go through the fear.
Oh, and they don't want to, which none of us do, to be honest.
No.
We don't.
No.
But we end up on the other side of it, don't we?
Yeah, 100%.
If we really sit with it and work through it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, so I do that. And then I also mentor people who've got like a spiritual or witty or creative business.
Yeah.
And I've had a few people ask me to teach them witchcraft, and I do run a witch school as well.
Oh, amazing. I didn't know about the witch school.
Yeah, the witch school started in October. It's a closed group, so I'll open it again in October. But I opened up a WhatsApp group for them, and the sisterhood on that just literally blows me away, how they all help each other and talk. It's like this massive coven that's going on in real time. It's so beautiful to witness. Yeah. So I teach witchcraft in a very modern way.
Yes. If someone was to go deeper into their spiritual practice, what advice would you give them?
To go deeper?
Yes.
I would do a lot of shadow work. I would dig deep into your patterns that keep coming up, where you're always stepping away, where you stop speaking your truth, where you dim your light, and ask yourself why. And then I would definitely challenge yourself to go, okay, I need to go through, next time I feel that fear, or next time I feel like I'm dimming or not speaking up, to actually just take a moment and just say it and step through that fear. Yeah. It's normally about judgment.
Yes.
We all carry a witch wound, and we feel it's not safe to be who we are. We've got to, blend in to be light. So I think to go through anything deeper in spirituality, or actually get to know who we are on a deeper level, we're going to have to confront the darkness.
Could you go a little bit into what the witch wound is? Why we need to heal that? What has caused this for some of us?
Well, I think the witch wound is in all of our DNA, men and women, because it's in our ancestors, and somewhere along the line, our ancestors would have feared that women and men were being killed or, put to death because they were classed as witches. Lots of them weren't, so obviously it goes back to the burning times. And it's filtered out into our lives today, especially into women, where lots of women don't what's the word? Well, they don't trust other women. So
Yes.
there's a lot of there's
Yeah.
a lot of nastiness, like my daughter works with women, and I thought, oh, it's going to be hard. You kind of need some men in there to
Yeah.
bounce out of
Balance it
it.
out.
Yeah, which is a shame. So there's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of fear of being, ourselves because we won't be liked and it's not safe. So that's the witch wound. So in order to heal that is women's circles to actually
Yes.
feel safe around other women, and for us in individuals need to find out who we are, what
Yeah.
our values are, be our authentic self, and actually just shine. And I think if we
Yes.
can do that with the fear, you're gonna heal that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes. It is definitely fear and judgment.
yeah,
100% I resonate with that so much. Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah. And women's circles, sister circles,
yeah,
I can't speak of them enough. They're just such medicine to our souls.
yeah,
You know? And
yeah,
you're right about, I don't know why we have to feel, as women in particular, why we have to feel like we have to be unkind to one another, to judge one another,
yeah,
to, you know, I don't, just compare ourselves to each other.
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's,
It's a real shame.
it is. And,
Yeah,
I'm slowly coming out of that mindset because it's all been instilled in all of
yeah,
us, you
yeah,
know? And it's hard to come out of it, I think, but for me personally, I can only speak for myself. I know that I am starting to come out of that. I am not comparing myself to other women anymore. And I believe it's because I have brought myself to, really embrace other women's energy and their presence and the
yeah.
sister circles that we
Sister
hold.
circles again.
Yes,
It is.
absolutely.
We have to find our own, sort of evidence that it is safe.
Hmm.
When you're in that environment and you witness and you feel that, it then gives you confidence to be in the outside world with other women who you
Yes,
probably don't choose to be with as well, but you
right.
don't judge them. You are more empathic to them, and because everyone's the same.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you hold them publicly? In Cornwall, do you hold the sister circles? Like, are
Yeah.
they open to the public, I mean?
Yeah.
They are? Can
Yeah.
they be found on your website? We'll go over that in just a
It will
second, but
be. They will
okay.
be. Yeah.
Okay,
In the
perfect.
summer, I'm probably going to start opening them.
Oh,
Because
wonderful.
I did have some women even travel from Switzerland to come
Oh,
to. I know, and it's literally. I was like, it's only an hour circle. You do not have to travel that far.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Because
the
they've got.
power of your magic, Emma.
I
You see,
know.
you go across oceans, my friend. You know? Um, it's really potent stuff. It's potent stuff.
Yeah.
The socials are potent stuff because they give us the opportunity, especially like here in America, gives us the opportunity to find you as well, you know?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, where can people find you? Let's get your socials.
Yeah, you could. There's lots of copycats out there, so I'm
Okay.
the only Emma Griffin witch with a blue tick. If
Okay.
there's no blue tick, then it's not
It's
me.
not you.
So yeah, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Substack, and YouTube at Emma Griffin Witch.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Emma. I
Welcome.
really
You're
appreciate it. I know
welcome.
you're a busy person. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
It's lovely to meet you.
You too. I hope to have you maybe on again someday. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
I know you're busy. Thank you so much.
thank you very much.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye bye.
Thanks for coming along for the ride, travelers. If you're enjoying the show, please share, like, or leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, or come join me over on Patreon, where you'll get show updates and have early access to new episodes every Thursday. You can also find me on Buy Me a Coffee. If you have ideas for the show or would like to say hello, you can email me at spriritualroutespodcast@gmail.com. Please keep sharing the show so we can keep finding our spiritual roots together.